Hello artists! So we are now going to build off of our last lesson where we learned about perspective in landscapes, and we are going to be making something called Keyhole with a View. So we are going to actually start off by drawing a keyhole, because this project is all about imagining that you are looking through a keyhole into a place maybe you want to visit. So now that I have my keyhole, I have to think about the next step. Now, I have to think about a few things. I have to think about where I want my keyhole to be looking out to, and I also need to be thinking about what kind of door am I looking out of. If I want to do something like a wooden door, I'm going to have to draw some of the wood grain and color it in. If I want to do a metal door, I could draw some of these little bolts on it. So think about what you want to do. I think I'm going to do a wood door. If you happen to have crayons and markers, or if you happen to have watercolor pencil, you can do a really fun trick where you can create something called a resist. So now, if you're using a marker or if you're using watercolor, the crayon will actually resist it because the crayon is made out of wax and this is made out of a water-based material. Okay, so now that I'm done with my actual door, I want to start to think about the landscape that I'm seeing in there. So what are you thinking of right now? Where would you like to be if you could be anywhere? I'll give you a minute to think. I could think of a few places I would like to be. I would love to be at the beach. I would love to be at the park. So I think I'm gonna draw the park for today. Make sure that you always start with a pencil, because a pencil will make it so that if you make any mistakes, you can erase them. And we remember what we need to draw first. We need to draw our horizon line. That's right, because we need to show where the land and the sky meet. So I'm gonna start off with a horizon line. In our last lesson, we learned about perspective and how to create perspective in a picture. So I know that anything that is further away and closer to my horizon line is going to be smaller, and anything closer in the foreground is going to be bigger. So if I wanted to make a path like we did last time, I could create a vanishing point. As I get forward. Now, since I'm doing the park, I have to think about some things that would be in the park, wouldn't I? Your door is overlapping over any of your pictures, so it looks like the picture is behind the door frame. So there's gonna be parts that are gonna be cut off. Just imagine they're going behind it. After you are done, you want to make sure that you outline. You can outline with a Sharpie if you have it, a dark marker, or you can outline with a dark crayon. Now you're up to coloring your landscape. You can use whatever materials you have at home. I'm going to use watercolor paint because I have it. All right, so I think I am done with mine. Can we do a quick check before I decide to stop? Did I use my whole paper? I think so. Did I follow the directions? Did I create perspective by making further away objects smaller and closer objects bigger? Did I make a foreground, midground, background? Let's check. These are the objects in the foreground, the midground, and the background. Did I use overlapping? Did I color neatly? I think for the most part, but if I actually look at this, I can see that there are a few spaces that I should go back and touch up. So I'm gonna do that now. I think that looks much more complete. I can't wait to see the artwork that you make.